Hello, this is Shaika, also known as Shy.
And this is Christine, also known as
Shoot.
Mom.
And we are Flawless
Inspiration.
So today we wanted to introduce our youth, our legacy. And this is my nephew. You can introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm David.
And this is
Dante LeBaum. Jalen.
And this is beautiful
Kennedy.
which is our good friend Simona's daughter. So today we wanted to have a discussion with the children and ask them a few questions. The main topic that they wanted to discuss, so David wanted to discuss it. So let us know what you told us the other day about what your topic was and why you want to talk about this topic.
So I want to talk about bullying because obviously if you watch YouTube, some kids are bullied and some people think it's funny. Well, sometimes you don't know what the other person is feeling, and sometimes that could hurt their feelings and do something bad that they don't want to do.
Absolutely. So we're going to definitely talk about the importance of not bullying and their personal experiences. If they have witnesses or if they have actually been bullied themselves, they're going to talk about this topic. So we'll go ahead and let them go ahead and discuss it. Does anyone want to share any of their personal experience if they've ever got bullied particularly? Okay, David, go ahead.
So, one time in 4th grade, there was a bully. I'm not going to say his name.
Doesn't want to.
He was he started out as a friend, but supposedly, I liked the girl, I never said it, but he liked her too, or he did like her too. And he was getting all offensive about it, saying, "Oh, I'm gonna do something to you," and "Oh, I'm gonna hit you."
Wow.
And every time in computers, he'll pinch me, right? So I told the teacher about this, and I moved seats, right? But then he will start threatening me, right? And I didn't really say anything because I try to be my own person.
Absolutely.
And try to try to move out of the situation, but then we got into the same table, and now he was bullying more and more, right? And I said one time, "Why are you bullying me?"
That's a good question.
And he was like, "Oh, you can't like the same girl I like." I said, "But I didn't even tell her I liked her," right? So then he kept bullying me. Then I told my mom. Then she's my teacher, and then she switched me to a different table. He kept bullying me, and then the principal had to be involved.
Wow, that's so sad.
And he stopped bullying me after that, and then he moved to a different school. So now I'm bully-free.
Good. I'm happy to hear that, but I'm just so sorry that you had to go through that negative experience.
We're sorry.
How did that make you feel?
I felt sad because this never happened to me before, and now it is, and it was hitting me hard. So the fact that it was hitting me hard, I didn't know what to do, so I cried.
There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you gotta show your emotions.
I cried, and then one day I cried, and then it was like about my bedtime, and then that's when my mom said what's wrong, and then that's when I called the teacher and told her. And then
That was a good idea to tell your mom so she could help that situation.
I was just about to
Absolutely.
say, you never want to hold that in if someone's bullying you guys.
Especially if you know that it's out of your control, then if you need an adult to help out with the situation, it's good that you said something. Absolutely. Because that's unacceptable behavior. You know?
How do you guys feel about what he went through? Anybody have an opinion?
I feel bad. Me too.
Yeah.
I feel like no kid should ever have to go through that because there shouldn't be people like that in the world. And if there was time travel, like I would like try to find a way to prevent that from happening, or maybe their parents didn't treat them right. It depends on how they grew up. It could either be how they grew up, or it's just their personality.
Yeah, but something told me that.
That's a great
something
point.
told me that he had to be bullied before for him to do such a thing to me. Because there's no way he would have learned how to do all that if he was bullied.
That's a good point, David.
Yeah.
My friend, I won't say her name, but she liked this boy who's, I'm not going to say his name either, but and then she told another girl in my class, and then she told him, and then everybody started picking on her and calling her names and making fun of her, and she told the teacher, and the teacher didn't really do anything, and she was really, really upset about it, and she started crying. And then she texted me, and I showed my mom, and she texted her back because she was so upset and she was crying. So
Talk about the content of the text.
she was saying how much that she was upset about it and how that she didn't want to go to school because they just kept bothering her so much. And it was mainly this boy, whose name I won't say, and all he did was sit out for recess. And nothing really happened to him, and they just were bullying her. But after a while, the teacher, she told her to pretend like she was fine and that nothing happened. And so she did that, and the teacher said that it'll eventually stop.
Maybe that boy that was bullying her must have liked her or something, or he was just mean. But that's not right for other kids to say that, well, whatever she was being called. It was not right to be called that if she could do it to you, but you know she won't because she's nice. I'm not saying that they weren't nice. I'm just saying that treat others the way you want to be treated.
There you go.
Yes,
There you go, David.
Because
That's a good
your
point.
actions have consequences to what is being said. Or, like, let's say that teacher didn't do anything about it. Maybe because she knew that action, or he has actions to their consequences, and maybe doing nothing about it could have led to the principal or the other teachers that are in the same class as her or him to do something about it.
How did that make you feel, Kennedy, like, as her friend?
It made me feel really bad because I felt really bad about it, and I felt like she was getting really, really too sad, and that she shouldn't have felt that way.
Absolutely.
And I'm sorry, and I think Kennedy didn't really get to the meat of the message. The young lady left Kennedy a message on Snap or whatever it is that they were on, and she, talked about doing harm to the boy, and I think even herself, and she, kept saying, I hate myself, and I don't want to live. Like, she was saying those key words that you don't want to hear when someone is being bullied. So Kennedy did the right thing by letting me listen to it, so I immediately started, pretending I was Kennedy and texting back to her, trying to make her feel good. It was pretty late, when the girl texted, so I'm like, do we have her mom's phone number or anything so we can contact her, because I was really concerned. But Kennedy eventually, got through to her the next day, and she was better the next day, but it was just in that moment, where she was in that headspace as a 10-year-old, feeling that way, like she didn't want to live, or she wanted to cause harm to herself or even that person.
Absolutely. And you have to be concerned with, why wouldn't the teacher herself, as the adult in the, being made aware of the situation, what is the message that you're giving to these children? That they can't even confide in an adult because nothing's going to happen?
Or
So-
keep doing it.
So in this type, exactly. So in that type of situation, if you tell a teacher and you don't really see anything being done, I think maybe it's okay to be a little more persistent, right, guys? Maybe you could say there has to be something that needs to be done, because you don't want nobody to harm themselves, right?
There's
Not
So can I talk?
Yeah.
So I agree with my mom, because the teacher is practically the only adult in the room, and if she doesn't do anything, then who do you have?
Exactly.
And if nobody else is sticking up for you, then all you have is yourself to depend on. And then you yourself would have to do something because nobody else is gonna help you. But if there is somebody helping you, you shouldn't reject their help. You should like thank them for helping you get through this problem.
Absolutely. What's your perspective, Jalen?
That's sad how people try to bully each other, or people don't stick up for one another just because they think it's cool.
It's so not cool, right? And what did you want to add, David?
I wanted to add how another part of the video was going to be also about how it's not just real life bullying that people should worry about. It's that when you play games and it's true, like you play games and some kids do this.
You're talking about being on the computer specifically,
like
right, David?
cyberbullying.
There you
like
go.
Cyberbullying.
There you go.
So I want to talk about cyberbullying because like some kids play online and their parents is fine with that. But like you see little kids playing that too, and then you compare that game to a little kid and an adult. See, an adult likes to, especially if they are playing the game and they're rude. The game, like, he would just like say mean things to the kid. Sometimes the kids would cry, and I remember because I remember playing online, which I know I shouldn't have, but I did it. It was on summer, and this kid was like crying. I was playing Call of Duty, and this kid was crying on the mic, and there was two kids just laughing at him. And I was like, why is that funny? He was like, oh, because he called him this, this, and that, right? And then I was like, he called him trash or, stuff like that. Like it really hurt a kid's feelings, yeah. He was like, yeah, but he's a kid, he's gonna learn. I said, no, he's not.
Oh, no. That's unacceptable.
That was very kind of you to stick up for him.
Absolutely.
And then also, like, you're playing Fortnite, and you see on YouTube sometimes kids are like crying, and those are like, ha 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 ha, ha ha. I just took your scar and stuff like that. How do you feel and stuff? And he posted it and they post it on YouTube. It's not right. And I wanted, I know this is not about gaming, but there was once, like April or March, where this guy would go on YouTube Kids, right? And he would go on Peppa Pig, and this guy would, do a voice changer and have a screen of Momo and say, oh, this doll is going to haunt you. If you see him, look into my eyes. Do you really want to see me at night? When your parents are sleeping, you're going to see me. Oh, and if you don't want to see me, slit your wrist or kill yourself. Yeah. And then there was one time a guy on Instagram was saying this is the Momo challenge, right? And he watched this. He said, see, this is the stuff I don't want to see. Why are people doing this? Right? And soon enough, they stopped it. It was all good. But a kid, 10-year-old girl, two of them killed themselves.
Yeah. I remember that challenge. That was horrible, and I'm sure your parents. Did everyone know about the challenge?
I did, and it was so weird. I swear. Everybody in my school knows information before the parents. A kid was on Snapchat. I think I told Titi Shy. My friend was on Snapchat, and he said, cause I'm next to MCM, and there's a way. He was like, oh, I'm going to bomb this school, then I'm going to, shoot up this school, then I'm going to go shoot up this school, go up the bridge, and then shoot up all that. And it was crazy because everybody, even the kindergartners, were worried because they didn't want that violence in the school.
And children shouldn't have to worry about that, right?
Yeah. and so everybody's shaking, you know. And at the time, there was no internet. So we're freaking out, like, what's going on? There's no internet, and this guy's supposedly supposed to shoot up and do it anymore, right? But I'm like, that's scary because you're not supposed to do it. Like, it's scary because now you're leaving the kids in danger, and now you're losing them, like, you're making them lose focus on their education, or you're making them not want to go to school and learn because they're worried about that.
For the thing that you just say, I'm all no. When I heard that stuff was happening, it made me cry because I didn't want to hear about creepy.
He doesn't like creepy stuff.
I don't like hearing about it because it's just negative energy.
Hey, don't worry about it, right? He was like, it's because of that video that I'm scared of, right?
What? No, I didn't see a video, but there was like a picture or something.
Picture.
Yeah.
And it was like, he said it was scary, and one thing I know about Dante is that he does not like scary stuff.
Yeah.
Because once he hears about it, he imagines it, then he dreams it, and then he's scared.
Yeah.
And then, like, there was one time I thought he could handle the situation, but I was wrong.
No.
I was like old. I was younger, and he was slept over at my house, and I forgot what I told him, but he was like, my brother was about to go to sleep. He was like, David, do you remember when you told me about this, this, and that? I said, what? Right? And then he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, what are you talking about? He said it so clearly that I remembered it. And I was like, oh my gosh, right? He said, yeah, I went home and I was so scared that night I didn't go to sleep. I was like, I'm sorry, like, because I thought he could handle it. Like, I don't know if I asked him or not if he could handle it, but I guess I took the situation in my hands thinking that he was going to take care of it, even though I know Dante. So that was my fault on that part.
That's okay, but it's a lesson learned, right? That you maybe should just ask before you mention something, just to make sure that the person's prepared to receive it and will be okay
I think I remember
with it.
So I remember one time it was like at David's house.
No, it was at Jacob's house.
No, it was at your house. No, it was something else. And basically, so it was so basically about the Talking Tom app and Talking Angela. Where there's a person
yeah, I told him about
All
that.
of y'all heard about that before?
Yeah, I heard about that. It's true though. It's true. So basically,
no, somebody literally recorded it, like looking at it, for the Talking Angela, and she's literally saying, "Oh, like where do you live and where's your address?"
Yes.
And
so,
you guys know not to give people any. You shouldn't be
that,
communicating
no,
with
that's
people.
why I don't download certain apps. Like I had to read the description. For the Talking Tom, all you're doing is slapping him. Basically, you're abusing like an imaginative cat. And basically, like if you would think about that in real life, would you like somebody to keep slapping you? And basically, in real life, you would get bruises and you would literally have like teeth coming out.
But they're making you think violence is okay. And the Talking Tom thing and Talking Angela, basically.
People get rich off of apps. They got rich, and then the people who like launch the app, they don't know that the person's installing a secret camera, and if they do, that's just bad.
So what is that lesson to you? What does that say to you, Kennedy or Jalen?
Yeah,
What is that?
be careful of what you do.
Especially when it comes to computers, right?
I remember,
I actually have a story
Go ahead.
about. So my stepbrother was playing Fortnite, and there was a kid on the mic, and then there was like one or two other kids, and they kept talking to him, and they were being mean to him, and then the kid, like, he had nothing to do about it. And so my stepbrother tried to, like, kept asking for a mic so that he could stick up for the kid. And he wasn't able to, but we felt really bad for the kid because we wanted to help him. So,
That's so sad.
Me and personally, like I've never been I've never been
Bullied?
Yeah, I've like never been bullied, but like some mean things have been said to me, but it's not like repeated. So like for me, I personally wouldn't call it bullying.
So like it's
Because-
a one-time thing.
Yeah, it's like once in a while, and like for me like to not get bullied, that's like really lucky for me because then I don't have to go through stuff like certain people, which I'm glad about and I'm blessed. And so like
What would you say? Let's go around the table. What would you say to the person that's getting bullied? What would be a nice piece of advice you can give to them? Starting with Kennedy.
Yes.
What could you say? Well, you were in that situation, so what could you say to somebody?
That I hope they feel better and that they shouldn't feel bad about it and that they should either let it go or if it keeps continuing to happen to tell the teacher or like the principal
Or
Absolutely.
parent?
or parent.
Yeah, that's great. How about you, Jay?
Well, I would tell them not to worry and to just ignore it. And if it continues, like, just stick up for yourself or tell somebody and they'll help you out if you're lucky.
Absolutely.
So I would basically say if you see them, just walk away, and if they come trying to say some mean stuff to you, just say walk away or I'm gonna tell the teacher because either way something's gonna happen.
Well, one thing I had to say about that was it's not. I don't think it's good to threaten the bully because I tried that and he just did it harder and harder. He would test me.
Oh,
Wow, look at that.
okay.
And
That's experience, right?
I would say, like, first I would be like, "Are you okay?" Right? I said, "Don't worry about them, because if you worry about them, then it's gonna catch up to you. And if it's gonna catch up to you, you're gonna have to tell your parent. If you have to tell your parent, then it's gonna be a whole lot of chaos with their parent and your parent. And if he hits you, you gotta hit them back. But first you gotta tell your teacher." And then if they don't do anything, the teacher he still hits you, then.
You should defend yourself.
But you just gotta tell priorities first. You just gotta tell who's bullying you, when, where, how, and why.
There you go.
So let me ask you guys: do you believe in the whole theory of what you give is what you get?
Yes.
So what do I mean by that?
I don't.
Which I know.
You don't believe that?
No, because certain people, like, you'll be nice to them, and in return, they'll just be rude to you for no reason.
But that's it.
Because that's from my experience. Because, like, let's say I'm like
So
next
are you
to
gonna
a
be
friend.
mean back to them?
No.
No,
You
maybe.
shouldn't. I don't think you should.
Like,
Be treated
I don't, cause like
like
when I think about, like, I don't think about it. I just do it.
Yeah.
So that's something that you shouldn't do. You should think about it before you do it. Like I'm not saying that, like, you should just, like, go jump at them or say something, like, rude, or because, like, if you do that, they're gonna tell on you and then you'll get in trouble and they'll get in less trouble because they're the ones who told on you. Because the person who tells on the other person, like, technically in the
So it's like
world,
their
they
side of the story?
they would get more credit. They would get, like,
Wow.
they wouldn't. Yeah,
Because
they would because they're the ones who telling. So the teacher would think that the other person did something bad and they didn't.
So they would tell only their part of the story.
But it depends, like, on what type of person. Like, my mom, like, let's say my little cousin, she would say something, but then she wouldn't tell her side of the story. But my mom would know because she's really good at parenting.
So what do I do in that instance?
You will ask
You-
the other person for their story,
You-
and then
you-
you will see who's telling the truth
It's
and
my
who's lying.
mom.
So it's okay. You can give his perspective. He knows me.
Hey,
I live
experience,
with her. I live with
But
her.
I had experience. Okay.
So basically,
Family love.
my mom would ask. Well, so basically, my mom, Shy, would basically ask my part of the story, and then she would like depending on who had like the story, she would see if like one person was lying about something or if one person was really telling the truth, and she would like, let's say, like, she would give us like both punishments because she knows that we both did something bad. Even though she's my mom, like she can't pick favorites. She has to do the right thing.
And doing the right thing is what?
The right thing.
Always important.
I was about to cry.
And no, it just.
Yep.
Anyway.
See you.
Well, any final thoughts?
We're just so
beautiful children? Yes.
We're so cute.
Any final thoughts? If the girls, whichever one wants to start first, any final thoughts?
Okay, I guess I'm starting.
Any final thoughts regarding the bullying subject? Or any messages that you want to give out to the words?
Yeah, what do you want to say positive?
Okay. So,
Flawless inspiration.
It's an inspirational channel. Inspirational in the name. And it's flawless.
Be inspiring. Go ahead, say something inspiring. Yeah.
if you're being bullied, you have to tell an adult, and they'll help out the best they can. And my mom always talks to me, Schmo. She always talks to me. That would you, like, if you do something mean to somebody, you'll get, like, somebody will be mean to you too. And and you always have to treat people the way you would want to be treated. So if you're mean to somebody, you'll get mean, like, people would be mean to you back. But if you're really nice to everybody and you don't care about what they say, then they'll probably start being nice to you. And
It's a quiet one.
No.
It's between them two, because we've been speaking.
you should
I
keep me in
love the
class.
talk. Chatty. Go
Yeah,
ahead, Kennedy.
That if you're being bullied, that you should tell somebody, and if they don't do anything, then you should tell the bully to stop and, like, tell them that you don't like being bullied.
And anything, like, you've learned over the years growing up and stuff, as far as, like, how you should be, like, how you should treat people?
You shouldn't, like, if they bother you, you shouldn't be mean back. You should just still be nice to them.
Absolutely. Okay, y'all done with the chitter chatter?
So, Ma, like, I know everybody's gonna laugh, so get your giggles.
Hey, I haven't been laughing. I only laughed when I said preach.
Okay, so I feel like, oh my gosh, I feel like when you get home from school, you should pray for them.
Aww.
I love that. That's beautiful, actually, right, Jay? I tell you, and you understand that people bully because that comes from somewhere, right? Like, people don't wake up usually in the morning and say, "I want to be a mean person today."
It's because
right?
what they just want to.
It's
They
what
just
they've
want to
been going
hit somebody
through.
because they were going through something, and they want the other person to feel what they're going through,
Yeah.
so that they don't want to be left behind. Like, oh, I'm being bullied. Let me bully Dante.
Yeah.
How do you like it? Like that.
And sometimes the bullier may need love too, right? Right?
How you like it?
Okay, so we're gonna wrap up.
Yeah.
Did you want any final point real quick? Go ahead.
This is just like an anti-bullying thing. We need to stop bullying. World peace, because that's what God made it to be.
Yes.
Amen.
Preach.
Okay, I feel like
Closing statements.
okay, for the last closing statement, I feel like there should be, like, kind of like what he said, world peace. Peace everywhere. If there's somebody mean and negative, just walk away from them, because if you go up to them and say hi, they're just gonna say a mean remark. They're like,
Or maybe they need a hug, right? Maybe they need.
like, no offense to them, but I wouldn't give them a hug.
Well, they want love. Give them love.
They should go to their mom.
No, that's what the world needs, more love. Some people don't have that. Some people, you don't never know what if they don't have a mother.
Preach.
Dad?
What if they don't have a dad?
Friend?
What if they don't have no friends? They're lonely.
What if they're an orphan?
Thank you so much for watching, and thank you, children. We appreciate your kind words.
No problem.
And our beautiful faces.
And your
I do it every
and
day.
your beautiful faces.
I get it from my dad.
Pray. Like, pray. Like, if someone's having a bad day, pray.
My dad's the type to do a speech.
Well, anyway, at the end of the day, the kids had a beautiful message. Thank you so much for watching.
Yes.
Thank you to these wonderful children who are a legacy, and they're very smart and they know a lot. So we have to be mindful of what we teach them and show them, because they're watching. So thank you so much once again. Peace, love, and blessings.
That was flawless inspiration for you.